All right. Happy Sunday, everyone. If you guys are here in the US, happy Mother's Day. Go out, spend some time with your mom, buy her nice things, show her you love her, which I will be doing later on. So unfortunately, today's stream is not going to be a full one, but what we can do is tune in, give you guys an update, let you know what's going on, and then go from there. But like I said, unfortunately, because I have stuff to do for Mother's Day today, I am not going to be able to stick around for the entirety of today's stream. So usually not like an hour and a half. I'll probably go for like an hour. Sure, let's go with this song. All right, so before we go ahead, guys, I want to show you something cool. I moved. Yeah, you guys want to see the new room that I'm in? This is going to be our new outro screen. And I've also been using this background. Oh, this is loud. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. Ready? Look. No, I'm kidding. So I am going to be recording new pre-recorded stuff. And if you guys, I hope you guys like the new studio. Looks pretty cool. Got my other computer behind me. But all right, now let's go ahead and switch over here. This is gonna be the new, I guess, intro outro screen. So how you guys doing? Good to see you. Let's go ahead and switch over to the charts. There you go. That's more like it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and switch over. Oh, hold on. I see the super chat here. Let's go ahead and read that first. FBK Nismo, keep up the good work, Johnny. Thank you, my friend. I really do appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for coming by, showing support on the day that, you know, on a holiday if you're here in the US and Canada. But really do appreciate it, guys. You mate, yo, how you doing? Clap show, what's up, fan? Good to see you. BTC to 14K. Let's see, Pratheesh. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping for either direction at this point. But Arius, hey Johnny, good to see you. Motoring Monk. Johnny, help me. I'm stuck on the short bus for 3 more hours. What happened? Did it like break down, or did the driver fall asleep, or did you get lost? What happened? What happened, Monk? I can walk you through it. Victor, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. But Arius, how does a penguin build its house? It glues it together. I gotta get a little stream deck or something to do like the that was good. I like that one. Alif, good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Jeff Jefferson, hello everyone. Good to see you. Let's see, Mother's Day in Canada too. Okay, I figured it was Canada in the US. I know in Europe it's a different day. I think it's like not for another month. So let's see. Aru, how you doing, my friend? There it is. Let's see. Supreme Cat, if that's you. Good to see you, my friend. Clap show. Let's see. What was that? Looks great. Appreciate it, guys. Damn, that's sick. Yeah, it's a nice little room. Like, you know. Crazy how that room cut off your arm for paying for you. Oh, it's funny. Good day, ABC crew. Good to see you. Looks Bumbleclot. I appreciate that. I know. I gotta get that sound effect on here too. Bumbleclot. Everything looks much better now, right? Doesn't this look so much better? It looks so much more professional. I also got my key light working again, so things are working a lot better. But yeah, I like it. Let's see what else. We took the short bus to Knoxville for Mother's Day. The AC went out today. Oh, you weren't kidding. Oh, you're actually stuck on a short bus. I thought it was a joke. Jeez. Let's see. Johnny, I have a question about hedging. Let's say you shorted 0.5 BTC at 30K and the price is now 10K. How do you hedge long with 0.5 BTC or with a different amount? Did you go all in? Like, did you put 0.5 BTC and you have no margin? Your stop loss better be... If that's the case, if it goes down to 10K, well, the thing is, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be actually, okay, for an example. So if you're holding a short from 30K, I would have taken profit a long time ago, way before 10K. Probably like around 20K, I would have taken profit. And so that should have gave you, if or at least take partial profit, because the problem is, I guess we can talk about that first, is you have to understand that there's diminished returns when it comes to taking shorts. So let's say 30K on the dot. I'm not sure exactly where your stop loss is, but let's just say it's, our 3%. All right, so watch what happens when we go ahead and start pulling down. You can see as we continue to kind of decrease, or at least we push the price down to take profit down, you can see the actual number itself of the risk to reward doesn't really go up that much more significantly. It doesn't really make sense, in my opinion, because of the diminishing returns of shorts. It doesn't necessarily make sense to go ahead and hold them for, if you are going to hold down to 10K. To me, take profit on like 40 to 50%, depending on what you're comfortable with. That'll be probably like the sweet spot when it comes to shorts. So that's just how I would do it. If I was going all in on margin and had no free margin left and you were still using good risk, I would say take some off the table. If not, take the whole thing, depending on where you want to go ahead and actually take profit at. That way you can free up some margin and take a hedge position if needed. Let's see. Not here in Germany. We have Mother's Day too. Okay, so where did I heard something that Mother's Day was different day in some areas. But if you guys are celebrating Mother's Day, definitely let your mother know that you love her. Yeah. I don't know why that was a tongue twister for me. Congrats on the new spot. It's not real Supreme Cat. It's just the background, but I appreciate it. Let's see. I am trying to understand position sizing when hedging. Do you hedge when equal unit size or equal margin? Confused. Yes. So I tried to keep it equal. There was a point in time where I was actually using probably less margin. So let me give you an example. If I was primarily on a short bias, any long position I would take, I would actually use half risk. All right, so that way you wouldn't be losing as much. But the problem with that is, if you take a hedge long and let's say you end up being right, you're going to take away a lot of the potential that you had to make more money on the way up than you would, holding it on the way down. So I try to aim for equal margin, or at least equal risk. Equal risk. It's not margin, equal risk. All right, I guess we started the stream on that note, but let's go ahead and talk about first things first. Before we get started here, I want to go ahead and shout out today's stream sponsor and the sponsor of the channel as of now, which is going to be Fairdesk. So if you guys are interested in looking for and trying out a new exchange, or if you're looking for a new exchange, please, I would appreciate if you guys checked out Fairdesk. I personally think as ABC traders, what we need, we have all the tools that we need to actually take the trades that we have to take. As well as, I know I say this every time, I haven't touched base, but as soon as I can get a date on when Trigger Trade is going to be compatible with Fairdesk, I'll let you guys know. That I know that's in the progress as of now, and it's almost done. So as soon as that happens, I'll let you know. But for the time being, we're still kind of waiting. So if you guys are interested, please check out the first link in the description below, where if you guys do meet the deposit bonus, even if you don't meet the deposit bonus, you don't have to. If you sign up and deposit, I do get a kickback for that. So I would greatly appreciate it if you guys would support the channel, but not required. So, and also, I always say this every stream: never ever deposit more than what you're willing to lose. I always say try to keep a good portion of your trading portfolio in the exchange where you have room to take multiple trades, and deposit more if needed. Never put your full stack into any exchange. I know you guys see me with large amounts here, and it's something I'm doing more to just show you guys what is possible. I am taking a risk when doing so, and I completely understand that. But on my main portfolio, for the most part, I do not actually trade with my full stack in one exchange at one time. So just be careful when you're depositing. I'm not trying to scare you. It's just practice good safety. You never know what's going to happen. Even with Bybit, you never know what's going to happen. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day, out of your Mother's Day, to hang out with me today. Let me go turn up the music. So hold on. Saved. For some reason, guys, how's the music volume? Is it a little bit too high, too low? I think that's a good. Why do you gotta say it like that? Well, because you gotta be careful, man. You never know. You never know. Like, I don't want to. I'm not sitting here guaranteeing that everything's gonna be good today. Nothing's guaranteed. You know. So we're even us as people, like, today might be our last day. You never know. I don't want to get all dark on everyone, but you just got to be careful, especially when it comes to crypto and how you trade. All right, so let's talk about the good, the bad, and talk about what could be going on. So first things first, you guys know the drill when it comes to the positions I'm in at the moment. I'm currently short off of this ABC here, and I'm still holding it. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we can get a larger push to the downside. You know, I honestly think we need, to me, this is a completed setup. Now, does that mean we're going to pump? No. I just personally think that we're getting a nice healthy separation in trends, a nice healthy pullback. But I still overall think that we do need to pull back at some point. To be sitting here looking for all-time highs anytime soon is a little bit naive, in my opinion. I honestly think that you shouldn't even be considering visiting all-time highs until we get 3 to 6 months post-halving. That's around like the sweet spot. But besides that, I think, you know, it doesn't mean we can't go higher. I just don't think we're going to see all-time highs anytime soon. So I'm holding that short, looking for lower. You guys know the drill when it comes to how I kind of do this. Once you take a position, all right, in this case, for a short position, I mark out the support areas below and kind of see where price wants to visit. You know, we have 26.5. We also have the pivot of the larger bullish ABC at 26.970. But if we can't hold that lower pivot at around 26.5, we theoretically, the next logical step to go ahead and test is around 19.5. And vice versa. You know, maybe we can go ahead and think about consider 16.3K, but ultimately the lowest low is the ultimate support. So we gotta play one level at a time. You can see we're kind of dancing in this region. So it's things are getting interesting. I definitely would say at the very least. Now, to play devil's advocate. If you guys want to be bullish, I definitely do see a nice position, right, off of this A to a B to a C. All right, where we have another possible A to a B to a C here. So let me go ahead and actually clear this up a little bit more. So within that B wave, we have a nice setup here on, let's go to a 1 hour. We have a nice A to a B to a C here. And you can see we're kind of fighting around that pivot at the moment. But if we are going to be bullish, this is the setup to be bullish on, in my opinion. We didn't really get a nice healthy pullback here, nor really here. This is the first healthy pullback we've had in the entire uptrend. You know, ever since we started this back in November 21st, back in 2022, in my opinion, we just didn't have a nice healthy pullback or nice healthy correction. So now that we actually have one, I think price has a chance to go ahead and show us that we definitely can keep pumping. But I'm not convinced yet. But if you guys want to take both sides, I am taking both sides. All right, I am taking this hedge trade just in case that maybe we do go ahead and continue higher. Now, if that is the case, we got to keep an eye on a couple levels here. The resistance that we go ahead to need Although I had to sneeze. Nope. Okay, sorry about that. The next resistance we have to go ahead and test if we are going to pump is around 31,065. If we can go ahead and break through that, you know, this is going back to what I was saying. Whoops. No. I hate when it does that. There you go. We have to go ahead and look back and see where the next resistance area is. Next resistance is going to be around 32,395, somewhere around there off of that previous peak. But that is the last line of resistance, in my opinion. That's pretty significant. It's not until we get to about 48K, 48,275 is where we can logically see price go to if we do break all these levels of resistance. So I think there's basically we're in an area where price is going to get squeezed in one direction. But regardless, we have a significant move brewing. So to me, I can play either or. I would say either or scenario is fine in my opinion. I am still primarily bearish over the course of the long term, but it doesn't mean that we can't pump off of a bullish setup. One of the things that I have learned in the past is that it's never good to be married to one side. All right, always be critical of the other perspective, or even be critical of your own perspective. If you're overly bearish, try to see if you can find a bullish case scenario. In this case, I am primarily bearish, but I do see a good opportunity for a long trade. And this long trade has a potential, if we do not just come up and put it one more higher high, has the potential to carry us up to 48K. So to me, this is definitely an interesting area to be in at the moment. I'm very excited to see what happens next. But that's pretty much the, I guess, the quote unquote shorter term time frame, what's going on. Let's go over to my main chart here and let's talk about the macro. Don't mind the channel or the fib times. I've been messing around with some stuff. So long story short on the macro, I'll make this quick. We have a potential. Like, why does this look weird? I forgot I had it off a log. So we have an ABC here. Now the question is this the beginning or the end of something? There's different case scenarios we can look at. One is that maybe we are done here. We're eventually going to keep working our way up. The other case scenario, that this ABC is part of a larger A to a B to a C. Something like that. That's the bearish case scenario. Did I not delete these lines or draw these lines just now? No, I guess I had them up. Right, this is the most bearish case scenario. All right, like I said, eventually we make our way down to make new lows. Now, I think everyone's going to be looking for 10K if we do get down to these regions, but all it takes is a little bit of expectation to be made, and price can just easily put in a lower wick, and just that's it. That's all she gets, which I think would be the best. You know, something that we ended in ABC. Just like how we ended the bull market in the ABC. I think if that does happen, I think ABCs are pretty much the best strategy, period. In my opinion. That'll just kind of seal the deal of how accurate this can be sometimes. So I'll definitely be looking forward to what happens if we do continue to dump. As for the, for the most bearish case scenario. The other case scenario at the moment, I have a kind of medium-term time frame bearish, long-term bullish count. So where we did actually put in a low, we put in a larger pullback. We do not test new lows, right? So where we form some sort of ABC to an A to a B and then continue to a C wave. Hopefully to get some sort of nice ABC within the B, but we'll have to see what happens. Bullish option is that we're done. We have a nice ABC with an ABC bottom in the C wave. Maybe we pull back and just continue higher. It really depends. That I'm not too keen on, to be honest, but we'll have to wait and see. And that's pretty much it. I went over all the resistance levels, everything, all the supports that we had to go ahead and keep an eye out on. And that's pretty much it. Do you know something we don't? No. No, I don't want you guys to like take that as like something bad happening with the exchanges. I just because I want you guys to understand where I'm coming from. You know, I'm on here. I do promote these links. I get paid to promote, you know, the exchange, Fairdesk. And before I even accepted it, I went into a deeper dive and I did look into the platform. To me, I thought they had pretty good, how do I say this? There was things I was looking at and I thought it was a pretty good exchange. But even though Bybit's been around forever and I've never had any issues with Bybit, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the case with all exchanges. So the last thing I want is for someone to put in everything that they have into one exchange and something happen to where, you know, they can't get their money out or something really bad to happen. Am I wishing that to happen? No. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. But the thing is, you just don't know. And I don't want to feel responsible for that. So I always tell you guys, be careful when using any exchange. It's not just Fairdesk. Even with Bybit, you know, every time people ask me about what to do, like how to trade, how to set up their accounts, when they're brand new or even if they're experienced, I always tell them, guys, please do not put everything you have into one exchange. Let's see. But yeah, that's the reason why I say that. I'm not trying to scare anyone. It's just practice I wouldn't say common safety, but practice good safety measures just in case things backfire. I don't know if things are going to change today or tomorrow. If I thought something bad was going to happen, do you guys really think I was going to be promoting something like this? No. Unless, I mean, even if they paid me a lot of money, I would not feel comfortable doing so. Let's see. Binance has announced they're shutting down in Canada, but they're giving us a few months at least. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's interesting. That's crazy how these big exchanges are just separating themselves. Johnny, I'm in too many trades. Should I just cut in some in profit? Yeah, I would try to. If you're over positioned, yeah, I would look to cut some positions, but cut the ones that don't necessarily matter as much, if that makes sense. Like if you're taking smaller ABC positions, you know, maybe you don't need to take those positions. Let's see. I'm trying a new exchange called BingX. Don't know if that's great for US customers, but you trade directly from Tradingview with them. Oh, that's interesting. I'm testing that out starting next week. Yeah, let me know how that goes, Alif. That'll be pretty cool. One time I had 30 open positions. Jeez, man. I used to be like that too. There was at one point where I would find every single ABC on every single coin that I can find one on, and I would open a trade. At one point, I think the most I had was, 22 trades open at the same time. Playing both directions, not just one. So, not healthy. All right, well, let's go on to Ethereum. Binance says they exhausted every option but the Canadian government won't budge, so no choice. Oh yeah, that kind of makes sense, to be honest. That really makes sense. My max is 5 at a time. Yeah, that's a reasonable. I mean, if you look at, like, let's see how many trades I have open on Fairdesk. Why can I not scroll? There it is. Right now I have 6 trades, and this is like pushing it for me. And let's see how many I have on Bybit. Am I not signed in? Okay. Come on. Let's see how many trades I have on Bybit open at the moment. I think I have 4. But mind you guys, this is 2 separate accounts. Oh, I was just logged in. Hold on. Four trades. Come on, 4 trades. Yes, 4 trades. So I'm still holding my 4 trades on Bybit as well. They did not close me out, which is a good thing. That'd be very sad if they forced to close these positions. But yeah. So I just mind you, the Fairdesk account is on a swing trade. The Bybit / smaller account is going to be more frequent trades because of the lower stop loss. But that's all I have open at the moment. Yeah, when BTC pulled back, all alts shat themselves. I'm currently sticking with BTC only. That's good. That's good. You made that's good. I got 15 positions open at the moment. Yeah, that's a little too much, Alif. That's a little too much. I would try to take some of those off the table. Not financial advice, but just be careful. So let's go over to ETH. ETH, same idea. We have a large ABC. I would consider this borderline a macro ABC. We have a ginormous one here on an 8 hour. All right, and from there, we have our macro short pivot. So as long as we're below 2030, I honestly believe that we have the probabilities to continue to the downside. So I will remain short as my short bias until that is broken. Now, if I go zoom in a little bit, do I have a different perspective, or do I have a situation to kind of play devil's advocate? And I think we do. In my opinion, my personal opinion, we do have an ABC to the downside here, which gives us a bullish opportunity. Now, we are currently sitting above that pivot. So technically, you know, we're kind of in a rough spot. You know, we do have a more shorter term ABC or bullish ABC that's below a macro ABC pivot. So in my opinion, in this case scenario, this is a good hedge trading opportunity. So it's, to me, at the moment, I'm currently holding a short position. If you guys are holding that long position, which I also am taking, not a bad idea to take that as well if you want to kind of protect what you got going on, and also take advantage of the possible upside swing if this is going to be the case. Now remember, I am not glued to one bias whatsoever. All I'm doing is taking the opportunities that the market gives me and taking the trades. All right, and from there, we let price dictate what it wants to do. The beautiful part about ETH, in my opinion, is that if we do continue to pump the upside, 2032 is really the only resistance we have. There is nothing significant in this downtrend here as a resistance until we get up to 3582. If that is the case, that's a monster trade. All right, a 30 risk reward ratio on using a 3% stop loss, massive. So in my opinion, it's worth me taking. Now, if we fail, yeah, there's some supports here to the downside, but honestly, in my opinion, if we do go ahead and fail this long setup we keep dumping, I think we're probably gonna go ahead and make our way down to at least 1366. You know, even though there is a pit stop at around 1781, I am on the side that we're probably gonna go ahead and test lower. So we'll see what happens. There's an either case scenario here. I really don't have, it's hard for me to actually pick and stick to it's hard for me to pick and stick to one direction. So let's see. Well, if it isn't Johnny Spoiler Crypto, what is that supposed to mean, Joe? How do you do, my friend? Good to see you. Oh yeah, I realized Kite got me to watch that movie. It was actually really good. I actually really enjoyed it. Let's see. But besides that, 1071. And if that fails, we're putting in new lows, baby. New lows. All right. Let's see. LTC, if you guys want me to take a look at anything else. What movie? It's called Zeitgeist, something like that. So this is called Zeitgeist. Great. I thought this was a fantastic movie. Basically, this talks about how do I say this? There's 4 movies now. The second movie, so the first movie is about religion. I didn't see that one. The second movie is about basically the scam that the US dollar is, how the US dollar is built. Kind of gives you a background on how the economy flows and the problems that lie within it. And from there, they kind of go into more of how, you know, it's all based on, how do I say this? Basically, the US goes ahead and prints money, right? And from there, the money is basically, for every dollar that is created, it can be used 9 times over. Now, what do I mean by that is there's a fraction of money that actually goes into reserves. The rest of it is loaned out, right? And then within every dollar that's loaned out, they take a fraction of that, put it in reserves, and loan the rest out. And it's just a cycle. So basically, every dollar that's printed has the power of $9. And so the actual, how do I say this? The actual amount of printing that's going on, and the value of the dollar, or the devaluation of the dollar, is actually a lot worse than we think. And how basically the US government and the US dollar is basically all running on the backbone of the US dollar. The US dollar right now is loans. Basically, if all debt was paid off, the US dollar would cease to exist. So that's basically the backbone of what keeps the dollar going. It's just loans, which is actually pretty interesting. And if you think about what's going on now, it's actually becoming harder and harder for people to actually get loans. Less people are taking out loans. Not looking good. It's quite scary, actually, when you think about it that way. So that is, and also it kind of goes into like why how the US creates more, how the US becomes an economic superpower. Pretty much it'll go to any country, basically go to try to take their resources, but they don't actually take their resources through military force. They go in, send people in to go ahead and basically convince them, hey, you know, you have, I don't know, you have oil that is actually could be, I'm trying to think of it. Is it oil? Yeah, let's use oil as an example. Let's see, I think they use Ecuador as a good example. Hey, Ecuador has this resource, oil, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to use. The US government sends someone in and basically convinces them to take out these loans to go ahead and start manufacturing in their country. But what ends up happening is these countries can't pay their debts. So the government pretty much steps in, comes in, takes over all commerce in that country. And from there, basically these countries are bind to these debts. And that's basically the US doesn't really ever have to go in and invade a country. All they have to do is just go in, convince these countries to start doing business with the loans or the money of these corporations, and the rest is history. Now, if they originally say no, they go ahead, send someone in. If they can't convince them, they try to assassinate that person and get someone else in office to go ahead and actually, you know, comply with the US and what they want. If that can't happen, then they send the military. They went on a whole thing with how like the Ecuadorian president was assassinated. They interviewed a guy who talked to him before he was assassinated, and basically he knew what was going to happen if he said no. And then also it's Saddam in Iraq. Wait, was it Iraq? Yeah, in Iraq. And then pretty much what happened was they came in, they said, hey, you know, you guys should open up these oil refineries. Saddam said no. They tried to assassinate him. They couldn't do it. They tried again to convince him. He still said no. And then basically they had plans to invade Iraq 2 to 3 days before 9/11 happened. Basically, George Bush had what was it? I forgot exactly what it was. But basically they said they had plans to invade Iraq 2 days before 9/11 happened. So it's a little convenient. Now, Am I saying, can we go down that whole conspiracy? Absolutely. I don't want to go ahead and really get into that at the moment because I don't know my stuff, so I don't want to talk about something I really don't want to know. I don't have that much knowledge about. But it's pretty interesting how the U.S. can go ahead and just basically take over a country without actually having to force it. So it was a great movie. I was not expecting that to be that type of movie. I had a good time watching it. Definitely, you guys should go ahead and watch it. It's the second one, not the first one. Let's see. Is there downside on Hex? Someone brought that up, and I looked at it the other day. This thing is down to 0. Basically, Richard Hart pulled all of his money out and put it into Pulse Chain. Get wrecked. Oh, spoiling Kite's Wordle. Is it ego? No. The girlfriend was next to me and she was watching it. It's like, oh, it's this. I'm like, are you sure? It's like, yeah, it kind of sounds like it. And this woman reads books in her spare time, lots of books. So she's got a very extensive vocabulary. So I said, okay, whatever. I'll just type it in and end up being the word. KDA H bar. So let's do, but yeah, Hex is dead. If you think otherwise, I don't know. I know what's wrong. I don't know what you're thinking. You Hexkins are smoking something. Let's see. KDA and H bar. Where's KDA? I thought I had KDA on my list. There it is. All right. So KDA is sitting at a bullish pivot. So if you guys want to go ahead, and I bought some decent amount of spot recently. And I actually accumulated a little bit more. So I'm excited to see. I'm trying to get to a certain coin amount. I don't think I'm ever going to get it anytime soon. But if KDA has the potential to move to where I think it can move, it's definitely worth a shot, in my opinion. So excited for that. But if this breaks, I believe on, I think it's KuCoin. Yeah, they have more supports. So if this level fails, the next level 70 cents. And if that fails, the next stop is 30 cents. So I'll take a look at H-bar as well. That's pretty much it I have for KDA. Okay. H-bar is a good setup. Not financial advice, but that, oh. I right-clicked. There we go. So, if you guys want to take that position, definitely not a bad idea. That's pretty much all I have, though. And then the next support is going to be around 35 or 3.5 cents. Let's see. Damn, Illuminati will kind of come after you, Johnny. I mean, if they didn't go after the creators of that movie, I think I'll be okay. Spend their $3 trillion. Yeah. Joe, go off, King. Oh, I thought you cheated. I can forgive that. Yeah, no, I wasn't cheating. Trust me. Mr. A, do you always hedge your positions, whether in either a short or long, if there's a setup in either direction? Yes. So if the setup is there, I will definitely take that position just in case I'm wrong. BTC is a perfect example. Originally, we're short off of this setup. Right, but I will absolutely take the log setup here based off of this ABC, just in case I'm wrong. Now remember, this is only the case, you know, I'm not taking it when entries are this close together. There's a decent amount of space between the entries themselves, so it gives price room to fluctuate. You know, if we do come all the way back up here and then we get stopped out, odds are we're probably going to come up and test 31,000. So that's the reason why I do it. But yes, either direction. If let's say we're in a primarily long position, but a short position comes up in the future, we'll absolutely take it. As long as it makes sense. That's a great question though, Mr. A. All right, let's see. I have US oil making macro ABC long. Let's see. Crude oil. Which one, Joe? Is it this one? Yeah, because this one's the largest separation out of the three. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely is a bullish pivot. It definitely is a bullish pivot, Joe. Bullish pivot, Joe. I don't know why I like stopped mid sentence while I was saying that or slowing down. CL1. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It's the same thing. But yeah. Definitely a decent position. All right. Let's see what else. What else do we? Anything else we need to look at? XRP has a decent position. If you guys are interested in playing that, I put this one in my Discord group. If you guys are interested in checking out the Discord, I would greatly appreciate it. Pretty much what you get access to is you guys will be able to go ahead and get my actual real-time trades that I'm considering. Well, so this one I did take, but remember the algo position is the one that we definitely could have had. We went ahead and attempted as well. I'll go ahead and show you guys that in a moment. But you get access to my real-time calls. Right from there, you also get access to the tutorial videos, which in my opinion are more important than the actual, are pretty important. Right, we go over all ABC stuff if you guys want to learn more in detail about ABCs. All right, from there, we also have leverage trading tutorials, how to DCA, and most importantly, trading psychology. If your mindset isn't on point, I'll go ahead. I didn't like blur out the links, which I probably should. So if you guys, oh great, now that I mentioned that, you guys are gonna start watching them. Maybe if it gets you guys to actually start watching these videos, maybe I'll leave them up. Who knows? But if your mindset isn't on point, no strategy is going to carry you to profit. So it needs to be a conjunction, a machine working together. So if you guys are interested in checking that out, now I'm going to have to probably change the links. If you guys are interested in checking that out, please feel free to go ahead and check out either the Patreon link if you want to pay month to month, or there is a one-time sign-up fee for a lifetime. As more people get into this, or as we gain subscribers, I will be increasing the price. The channel's been kind of slow recently, but I'm sure at some point soon we'll be able to start picking up steam again. So we're really looking forward to that. If you guys are interested, we'd love to have you, but not required. You can also check out the Fairdesk link or any of the links in the description below. Any of those links go to support me in the channel so I can continue to do this full time. So would appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. I'm assuming you also hold your positions all the way until another setup in the same direction is formed like kite. Yes, a continuation setup. So pretty much all we're doing, regardless of what you're taking. For example, let's say you're on a bullish bias. So let's say we pump. I'm not taking profit until we get some sort of bullish continuation setup right here. So. But yes, you are correct. Oh man. 00153 had an ABC long on Pepe. You guys and your PP coin. It did. It actually did. And I pointed this out before. That's pretty funny. I know Elon posted a Pepe meme and it kind of caused the shoot up. It is, my AC is not even turned that high and I'm cold. Hold on a second, guys. Ugh. I need to get one of those remote ones. That one's probably at least 10 years old. Actually, maybe like 5 or 6 years old. All right, let's see. I want to go over the algo position that we're in. So we are currently above the entry. If I go to a 4 hour, 3 hour, as long as we're above that A, that is a good long position. Depending on where I'm gonna hold it to, easily, I can see it easily going to 29 cents if we do not stop at 24 cents. Let's see. Does Johnny believe in climate change? So I think climate change isn't as big of a deal as people are saying now. But if we don't fix it, or at least control it to an extent, I think it can get bad in the future. Probably by the time like we're in retirement homes, probably. If not, if we're already dead. But we're already moving in a direction that we're going to be becoming closer to net zero carbon emission. Or or neutral carbon emission here soon. Like I know Toyota's working on like hydrogen engines that basically emit just water vapor. Toyota has a hydrogen car now, but you can only get in California. I'm sure that'll take off. I know people are saying that, it actually, you're actually still polluting the planet when you're buying an electric car. Yes, that's true to an extent, but if we can mitigate the actual emissions created from making electric cars, that's another direction we can go and change. In the movie itself, the one that we were talking about before, it shows that there's a bunch of different ways that we can create electricity out of pretty much nothing. There's a lot more ways than I thought. There's I forgot if there's like a name to this, but they have a machine where they basically put it on the coast of the ocean, and the waves from the ocean actually create electricity. There's another one where the actual they're putting current windmills instead of like air windmills. They're putting ones in the ocean. I think somewhere over in Switzerland, I think they're doing that. They have like 40 of them. Solar, wind. Technically, if we really wanted to progress, we can actually go ahead and become very sustainable without fossil fuels. But in the movie, they talk about basically the corporations and the big companies in this world only care about one thing and one thing only, is profit. So they were willing to pollute the planet. They are willing to let people die. They are willing to do all these things to make sure they can secure a profit. So as long as that's the case, the actual introduction for less emissions is going to be basically a hard battle to fight. It's possible. I definitely think if we didn't have those big tech, big oil companies in the way, I think we could have been way ahead of the curve, to the point to where we probably could be running off of unlimited electricity if we wanted to. In the movie, they talk about airplanes are going to become non-existent at some point here. They already have like bullet trains and stuff that can basically go just as fast as an airplane. They were talking about I forgot what it was. It was like a form of a train, but it ran on magnets. And they're talking about bigger versions of it to where they can build systems that go across the ocean. and they're going to be able to get these things to go up to like 2,000 miles an hour. So you'll be able basically to get from Europe to the US in a couple hours, maybe like an hour or two. You were able to take a train from California to New York sitting on your lunch break. And like, that would be nuts. And all that stuff's being worked on at the moment. So airplanes are going to become obsolete. At some point, I don't know, anytime soon, but they will become obsolete. There's a lot of progression that humans as a race are basically, humans as a species, not a race, a species. I'm gonna get canceled for that. Humans as a species is definitely going to progress a lot faster than we think, but these big companies are holding us back. So that was a big answer to your question, Joe. Steven, I think BTC is going to explode, but to which direction? My question for climate change is, why would big banks give out loans for 40 years if the planet's going to die in 20? So I'm not sure. Exactly. I mean, I personally don't think that that's going to be the case. I don't think we're going to die in 20. Because we do have a chance to become a net neutral carbon emissions planet, but these big companies are getting in the way because it's going to take away from their profits. It's a great movie, guys. You guys should watch it. I hopped in the shower. Can you repeat that? Oh, absolutely not, Joe. I'm not going on that tangent again. Someone said there's no point in investing in your grandkids. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. Climate gonna drive the planet. True. Years. Yeah. Let's see. Banks are a bad example because all their profits are built in the first 10 years of the loan. Yes, but you know what they do with those profits, Crypto Beehive? They just keep lending them out. It's a cycle. They will do whatever it takes to keep lending money out. It's an infinite cycle. Or the US, basically the Federal Reserve, will just create bonds, right, and exchange those bonds for money. Yeah, create bonds. Banks have to buy the bonds in order to get the money from the Federal Reserve. It's just an infinite printing machine. So even the money they do make, remember, they call it fractional reserve for a reason. Only a fraction of what money is created is actually secured in banks. The rest is just constantly being loaned out. What is your take on discretionary trading? What is, to be honest, I don't know. I don't even know what that is, but Arius, look it up. Okay, so I see what it is. Which when a broker makes trades in a customer's account without first consulting the customer. That is terrible. That is absolutely terrible. I don't think that's good. BTC to the moon this week. It's possible, Steven. We do have the setup for it. I don't know if it's actually gonna happen, but we do have the setup. There's a chance. Banks are the biggest traders in stocks and bonds. I agree. I agree with that as well. Let's see. I forgot the law of computers. Something like every 2-year storage space doubles, but I think that applies to every tech progress. If there's money involved, it will exponentially evolve the tech. Yes. So that's a great point, Joe. So for me, I don't think money printing is a bad thing, but we were doing it too excessively, right? In order to finance the growth of human species in general when it comes to technology, medical fields, cleaner energy sources, etc., we need money for that. So it goes back to the idea that money can never be created. Oh, sorry, energy can never be created or destroyed. It can just be transferred. It's the same idea. Even though we are taking money and printing it, all right, that money is being moved over to other fields like technology, medical science, environmental science, etc. We are constantly progressing when it comes to the evolution of the human species. So I don't think money printing is bad to an extent. It's bad when you overdo it. Absolutely. I just realized how zoomed out I am on my. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it's bad, but it's not as bad as people are saying. That's just my opinion. The reason why is because money is constantly being flowed throughout the entire ecosystem of the world, regardless of what it is. Some good, some bad. And BTC is the best possible energy transfer we've ever had. I would agree with that. Definitely, Joe. Definitely. All right, guys, we're getting to the hour mark. Like I said, actually, let's do Wordle. I don't want to be here the entire time just because I have stuff to do today. Obviously, it's Mother's Day, and I do have to go stop by and see my mom and wish her a happy Mother's Day. So, Wordle. While we do this, I'll keep the 4-minute chart up. Let's see. Discretionary trading is not what you said. Basically, the trader will use their discretion in taking the trade and how it is managed. Oh, okay. Maybe I just looked it up. That's what it told me. So the trader will use their discretion in taking the trade and how it is managed. So what? Just doing it based on emotions? What do you mean by that? BTC is literal mine and stored energy. It's gorgeous. Yeah, it takes energy to mine Bitcoin, and we store it in the coin itself. Maybe take a look at the different website. Let me see. I'll take a look. Oh, okay. All right, I found it. What is discretionary trading strategies? These are decision-based trading methods. The trader which trades to take based on current market conditions and the information available at the time. The decisions are made based on the trader's personality and how they feel. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's pretty dumb in my opinion. That's pretty stupid. If people are actually doing this, let me know. There's no way that they're actually making good money based on how they feel and what they think is going to happen. The trader's personality, that's terrible. We don't know anything about the markets. If anyone claims to think they can be consistent and profitable based on how they feel, full of shit. Maybe take a look at Iman Trading. I looked at his channel. I haven't really watched too much. I watched he did videos on prop firms. But I mean, I don't know about that. All right, Wordle time. Audio. No. Snake. All right, so S and A. Start. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Short. You were close, you were close. That was a good one. I'm not gonna put sharp. There's no T. All right, so now we kind of have to hunker down. Swarm. Swarm is a good one. Wrong. Shark. Shark's a good one. Ooh, shark or snark? Well, it's not snark because we already used the N. Let's do it with shark. Guys, we're running out of guesses here. We're running out of guesses. No bueno. I'm gonna wait. You guys can keep contributing. When it comes to stuff like this, I will let you guys accumulate the answers and I will wait. Because this is scatty. We had a good winning streak, guys. I don't want to mess this up. We gonna sharking. Sparf. It's not a bad one. I like scarf. Ooh, scary is a good one too, Victor. That's a good one. It's either, I'm gonna go with either scarf or scary. What do you guys think? Hold on, start a poll. All right, guys, what do you think? Scarf or scary? I'll let you guys vote. I have a feeling it's Mother's Day and mothers are scary. Guys, go to the poll. Let me know what you guys think in the poll. Scarf or scary? I can honestly, I'm confident with the SC. So it's either scarf or scary. Right now, 50-50. We got 6 votes. Guys, check out the poll. Which one do you think it is? Scarf or scary? Don't type it in chat. Check out the poll. All right, 7 votes for scary. Oh, sorry, we got 57% of the votes for scary. All right. I'll give you guys another like 10 seconds or so. If not, we're gonna go. I know Sparf is on the table, but to be honest, I like the SCs. Why was Sparf not on the poll? I don't know. I think I'm going with an SC, man. I'm not saying Sparf can't. Scarf makes more sense for mothers. That is true. I'm letting you guys decide. All right, we're gonna go ahead and end it. Looks like Scary's gonna win. I really want to try Scarf though. All right, we'll do this. If I'm gonna choose Scarf, If Scary wins, I'll do a giveaway. Next stream. I'm going to go against the herd. All right, if the herd wins, I will do a giveaway. I'll give away like 20 bucks or something like that. All right, that's going to be our deal. All right, end poll. Majority of you guys said Scary. I'm going to go with Scarf. Oh, I win. Haha, Scarf. Hell yeah. That was close, guys. That was very close. The herd was safe. This is like a trading. We got to go against the herd. How am I cheating? My gut feeling was a Scarf. You guys made a better argument for Scarf. See, this is why. We just like in trading, we always beat the herd. We beat the herd. All right, guys. That was fun. That was a little intense, I'm not gonna lie. I was nervous. Scarf was a tough one. If Kite streams today, don't let him see this. Don't let him see this. Just accuse him of cheating. All right, guys. On that note, I am going to leave. All right, I will be back on Tuesday. All right, let's go ahead and let's zoom out to our room. What do you guys think? So I am making pre-recorded content. The first video is gonna be coming out soon. I'm almost done editing it. Took me a couple tries, and even within the good take, the best take that I got, it was still, it was still. I still had to edit some stuff out. So, let me know what you guys think of my room. Give Mama Crypto a hug from us, brother. Will do. Appreciate that, my friend. I do appreciate it. Let's see. Joe, Steven, Bedarius, Supreme Cat, Victor, Crypto Beehive, Bedarius, Umit. Let's see. Heather, James Baker, Mr. A, Druther, Clap Show, a Leaf. If I missed you, I apologize. It's a fake. Guys, trust me, it's not my real... I promise you, it's not my real room. Maybe one day. But I do appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. We're going to go ahead and do the thing. There it is, bro. There it is, brother. I was waiting for it. Keep it between the ditches. Appreciate you guys. Be good. Be safe. Remember, tell your mother you love them. Tell your mother you love her. All right. Get her something nice. Take her out to lunch, dinner. Do something nice for your mom. All right. Go ahead and do the thing. I can't hide behind the sponsorship now. This is going to be our new... Oh, this kind of gives it away. My hands just disappear. Yeah. This is going to be our new let's do the thing screen. All right, guys. Bye-bye.